With ancient songs bidding farewell to the harsh winter of Ukraine, and the staffs of knights and armored warriors pounding against the frozen ground, the unforgettable celebration of Maslyantsya commences outside of the capital as a farewell ceremony to winter and the celebration of the awakening of spring. Although no exact date can be specified, Maslyantsya dates as far back as pagan and Christian predominance during times of high culture. It is a religious and folk holiday, embarking the beginning of a new agricultural season.
I dressed up like a sheep due to the old tradition when people dress themselves up for the Maslyantsya holiday in various costumes. Sometimes they would choose to be some sort of animal characters. Sometimes they were mythical characters. So we are continuing this tradition that was established during pagan times. My mission, while wearing the sheep costume, is to bring people joy, sharing spring's arrival, have fun, and make sure that other people have fun as well. I decided to pick the sheep character because it's mentioned in numerous fairy tales. Children recognize me, which makes me happy and joyful.
Мені це подобається.
Для сьогоднішньої війни ви самі побачите, але ви приймете участь у цих змаганнях.
The festival represents the sun and its battle with winter, as well as the last chance to partake in winter social activities, not appropriate during the hotter and simmering months of spring and summer. Although the year of 2012 brings a more modern approach with everything we do in our physical world, Ukrainians have made it a point to celebrate Maslyantsya in its original form and with its original meaning.
Бачите, як хоролужні мечі звенять на всю землю київською, як висікаються іскри, які б мали розтопити зимовічари, але не...
With the winter warrior dressed in the cool of blue and the spring warrior dressed in the warmth of red, the two battle. In hopes of making way for spring's colors to paint their world with the warmth of life, this warrior of spring fights with everything he's got. Although his effort is profound, spring does not win over the biting threshold of winter. At least not yet.
I'm going to burn down Maslana's doll with a fire arrow the way it was done in 8th, 9th and 10th centuries. That was a very prestigious ritual, usually performed by the prince or someone of blue blood. He would show up at his porch and inflame the Maslyantsya doll with his burning arrow. This tradition comes to us from the Vikings, and Maslyantsya rather should be considered as a pagan holiday, because the tradition of burning down the hay doll doesn't have much to do with Christians' traditions. It's very cold to be here today. My feet are wet. My shoes simply made of leather without being waterproof. I try to dress myself up according to the historical tradition. My costume is pretty much the replica of Vikings' costume from 8th century, except my scarf. But the rest of it correlates with the history pretty well.
The celebration includes the burning of a hay doll, formerly known as Kostroma, and signifies the evil of winter. Burning, an element of pagan ritual. The mascot is burned, symbolizing the ridding of winter and the invitation of a good harvest for spring and summer.
I welcome you to this park, and I'm happy that I have a chance to promote the ancient culture of Kievan Rus. I'm very pleased that today, like our ancestors thousands of years ago, we celebrate Maslyantsya exactly the same in 2012. We have the purpose here to restore ancient Kiev. We know about the glory of ancient Rome, Jerusalem, and Babylon. The ancient history of Kiev deserves to be recognized among these great cities. Kiev is the ground zero for the whole Eastern Europe civilization. Back in the day, our ancestors believed that today winter meets spring, and they have a fight with one another where spring wins. It means that the power of love and warmth always overtakes the power of coldness, which was considered an evil power. So today we have the transition from winter into spring. It's the time when we plant wheat and other agricultural plants that grow on Ukrainian soil. Along with that, we are transitioning to the new spring life.
Ukrainians have preserved and revived a lot of their important celebrations, from the restraints of the Soviet Union and the change to a westernized world. In fact, the mere celebration of the sun festival, Maslyantsya, speaks of a greater understanding the people have for their roots in the Eastern European world.